You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Beerus, the god of destruction. Make sure you subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and push the like button for me, or else I'll Hakai you from existence.
Oh, and do make sure to watch the entire video all the way through. And to follow UnrealEntGaming on both Instagram and Twitter.
Whiz, enough. On to the video.
With Myrno now having to be shown invading multiple different timelines and multiple different dimensions separate than the present timeline he came from, future Trunks' fate along with Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black and the future Earth within the future timeline's fate has been sealed as seen on the previous manga chapter video, with Myrno now having to make his presence known in detecting another familiar life form that he had come across before. The question going forward is what exactly is going to be the fate of this life form that Myrno comes across, and is there anyone within the future Trunks timeline that can put a stop to Myrno's reign of destruction, or is Myrno going to follow suit and go on to wipe out the entirety of the future Trunks timeline? Now, before we dive any further into this video, if you are new to the channel and of course have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related and want to be kept up to date with everything in regards to Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball Super manga, and everything involving the Dragon Ball IP, then I do encourage you guys to go on over and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single video on this channel, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys are simply stoked, ready, and excited to see what the future holds in regards to the Dragon Ball franchise. And with all that being said, I want to thank you all so much for your support, and let's dive straight into the video. As our story kicks off with Myrno shown having to fly through the depths of space in looking for the individual that he had sensed after destroying planet Earth. With the new mission now in mind, Myrno then went on to comment, "Now let's see, which planet could you be hiding on? I know I sensed your power somewhere in this direction. I have so much to pay you back for, you brain-dead animal. Your pathetic friends won't be around to save you from me this time. Maybe you have something different to offer me here. I can already sense it. The great merger is almost here. At last, I will be able to restore myself to my former glory and finally finish what they have started. But in order for me to make sure that nothing goes wrong, I have to take everything I can possibly get from these insects. Now where are you?" Myrno says. As he continues to scour space, he then went on to continue, "These other life forms cannot possibly be you. They're barely even worth breathing. Wait, I remember that planet," says Myrno. "Yes, that's the one. How ironic that fate reunited us once again. Time to pay your debt, Broly. But wait, I sense one more with you." "Interesting," Myrno says, as we only then venture onto planet Vampa, in which we then get to see how future Broly is with his father, future Paragus. Paragus went along to address Broly by telling him, "That's enough training for today, son. We'll pick things back up tomorrow. I want you to rest up and eat. Your body needs to heal. You've been training non-stop for 5 long days. Your body needs to rest before you can pick back up and improve. Your power is incredible. I have no doubt that you are the strongest Saiyan that's possibly ever lived." But then, as soon as Paragus went on to say this, an unexpected Myrno went on to reply to Paragus by telling him, "I second that opinion, old man. Although the beast is powerful, he is by far the mightiest of the Saiyan species. Especially not anything special when compared to someone like me. You must be his father, yes. The scent of your blood is identical to his." As Paragus was absolutely taken back, he then went on to put this into question by asking, "Where did you just come from?" As Broly had done the exact same thing by stepping forward and having to defend his father by responding, "Stay back, father. Who are you? Leave this planet now. I won't tell you again," as Myrno went on to respond, "Or you'll do what exactly if I don't? You look exactly as I had remembered you to be, but your power feels different. Needless to say, I came here for you. However, before I kill you, I want to see the difference between the Broly of this timeline and the Broly from my timeline. And you better act fast too, because I don't intend on dragging this one out, as Paragus went on to respond, coming here looking for a fight against my son is a death sentence. Broly attack, but right before Paragus can finish, Myrno then went on to take actions into his own hands by having to kick Broly away and responding, now hold on a second there, old man. Let me kick this off by getting you started. You better act fast, beast. And as soon as Broly is then shown having to crash throughout the landscape, Myrno then went on to continue, now did I just hear you say that coming here was going to ensure my death sentence? And just who exactly would be strong enough to do that? Certainly not your son. He's all the way over there on the other side eating dust. And if it's not him, then surely my death wouldn't come by your hands now, would it, old man? And with Paragus having to take action in wanting to defend his son's name by attacking Myrno, he then went on to punch Myrno by telling him, I will not let you hurt my son! But Myrno was not fazed by Paragus' attack whatsoever, because Myrno went on to continue, something is off with this one. His anger seems to be suppressed. And with Myrno grabbing onto Paragus' arm and having to release it from his face, he then went on to ask, tell me something. Can your son transform in this timeline? I don't seem to sense any additional power coming from deep within. Transform, Paragus says? Transform into what? What are you even talking about? Let go of me right now! As Myrno went on to respond, I figured much. So my suspicion is true after all. This timeline's Broly is much weaker than the one from the present timeline. What a waste of time. The event which led to his transformation is different here. Wait, what if there was in fact a way to get him to transform? Surely he could be pushed into unleashing more of his hidden power, and I want to see it up close once again for myself. You've given me an interesting idea, and you're going to help me achieve it. If all it takes is one act of action to force your son to unleash his full power, then let's become the very reason it happens. But then, as soon as Broly came rushing out of the smoke, he then went on to shout, let go of my father! But that's when Myrno went on to stop Broly in his tracks by punching him in the stomach and responding, not so fast, mortal. We have an experiment to conduct. And what better timing you have, just in time for us to test this out. Now you stay right where you are and watch. As Myrno proceeded to drop Broly down onto the ground, he further went on to hold Broly in place as he went on to then tell him, I promise that you are going to love this one. We're going to try and get you angry enough to transform. And what better way to do it than by the help of your sweet old father. Worry not, mortal, this will only take but a second. You'd be doing your son a huge favor. Now just hold still. You wouldn't want me to miss and destroy the entire planet, would you? And as Broly went on to overhear this, in doing his best to try and stand back up, Myrno's hand began to glow as he further went along to acknowledge Paragus by telling him, I go by many names. The Angel of War, the Angel of Power, the Angel of Death. For you, I will go by the Angel of Sacrifice. And with Myrno not looking to waste any more time, he then followed through by destroying Paragus right in front of Broly's eyes, to where as Broly had just bared witness to his father being killed right before him, he was left absolutely speechless, as of course this was the first time that something like this had ever happened to him, and with Myrno then having to be shown holding on to ironically what was the only thing left of Paragus, which just so happens to have been the very hand he was holding on to. It was at that moment where Myrno went along to acknowledge this by commenting, ugh, disgusting. I forgot to let go of the fool's hand before blasting him, what filth. Which disrespectfully enough, Myrno went on to then throw Paragus' remaining arm directly in front of Broly by telling him, here, take it. Let it serve as your only memory of what's left of your pathetic father. Now go on, show me your evolution. I can feel your power brewing within. Let it out. Show me the full force of what you can do, Saiyan. This is going to be the only chance you have. If I'm going to kill you, then I want to do it while you are at your best. Now show it to me. Show me the power you used in my timeline. You better act quickly, because if you don't, then you will suffer the same fate as your father. And that's exactly what ended up taking place, because as Broly began to power up, that's when Merno went on to continue. That's right. There it is. I knew you'd be able to draw it out. Show it to me. Show me what you can do. And that's exactly what Broly ended up doing, as of course he then went on to power up into his full-powered Super Saiyan transformation, with Myrno shown observing as he went on to shield himself from the smoke and dust. He then went on to respond, yes, that's the way. Use your father's death as fuel to unleash your true power. And that's exactly what Broly had done, with of course Myrno shown smirking. He then went on to respond, and there it is. Well, it's not quite like I expected it to be, especially since you were much stronger in the present timeline than you are here, but I'll take what I can get out of you. You were able to achieve Super Saiyan 3 before. I wonder if you could be able to do the same now. Go on then, brute. Show me what you can do, as of course Myrno made the reference to suggest that the Broly that he had fought in the present timeline is much stronger than the one here, which needless to say, Broly ended up doing exactly what Myrno had asked, because as soon as Broly charged on in, he went on to clothesline Myrno directly in the throat by then having to punch him in the face, and as he did, the battle between the two then began to intensify, with Myrno shown having to miss one of his punches, and as he did, he then went on to respond, not bad, beast, but you'll have to do much better than that if you have any hopes in beating me. But then, right before Myrno can go on ahead and finish, what Broly ended up doing was he ended up uppercutting Myrno directly in the stomach, followed by kicking Myrno into the distance by then having to later fire multiple energy blasts directly at him, in mind you, a fit of rage, as you can see tears flowing down Broly's face because he had never before lost anyone like the way he just did his father, so this is now beginning to affect him so much so that he's beginning to act on emotional instinct only because he just lost his dad right before his very eyes, and just like anyone else would, Broly is doing everything he can right now to see to it that his father's killer had been destroyed. But then Myrno is shown stepping out of the smoke as he went on to walk towards Broly, and as he did, he then went on to comment, and here I was expecting more from you. What a shame. Unlike your present timeline counterpart, you've reached the limits of your power. There's nothing much to gain from you if I've already taken it. You let your father down. Let's see how much your body could take. As he winded up shooting a small energy beam directly in his shoulder, Myrno then proceeded to torture Broly by telling him, we'll start slow and pick up the pace as we move along. Does it hurt? I can only imagine the pain surging through your body knowing that you're helpless to do anything about it. But even as Myrno was shown firing these death beams directly at Broly's body, Broly ended up charging right back at Myrno as Myrno went on to respond, oh I see, so you want to speed things up, huh? With of course Broly attempting to punch Myrno, with Myrno having to reactivate the powers of Ultra Instinct and catching his punch. That's when Myrno followed suit by having to then tell Broly, pathetic ape, your power is laughable. The line is drawn, and since you want to speed things up, what do you say I help you see your father once again in the afterlife, shall we? As only then, the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Myrno's Multiversal Invasion manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, what I find to be more fascinating than anything else is seeing the level of intensity that Myrno is willing to unleash on Broly in wanting to push him far enough in not only giving Myrno exactly what he had come here for in seeing the full extent of his power, but also Myrno had been holding on to this grudge against Broly ever since he fought both him and Gogeta in the present timeline. So being the fact that Whis is not there, being the fact that Gogeta is not there, and being the fact that the Grand Priest is not there, this is now going to give Myrno the opportunity that he had been seeking ever since his initial battle with Broly, and that's to essentially get everything he can out of Broly before having to put him down for good, assumingly just like his father. So we are currently working and are going to be putting out the next manga chapter on the channel as soon as we end up crushing our like goal, which of course the like goal for this video is going to be 5,000 likes. A very easy thing to do, so all you guys have to do is give this video a big fat thumbs up by slapping that like button down below. The quicker we do this, the quicker I am able to actually put out the manga chapter a lot faster for you guys. But also on top of this, what I really want to know is what do you guys want to see going forward as Myrno is beginning to invade alternate timelines, invade alternate dimensions. If there's any timeline or sequence of events that you guys want to see go down following this battle with Broly, then be sure to drop your thoughts and suggestions down in the comment section below. As of course, remember, this is the final series we got going before we jump into the story of the original Myrno in calling for the Great Merger and then having to enter the multiverse in battling against our heroes. So it's coming, and it's going to come very, very soon, so make sure you guys keep your eyes and ears peeled out for that one. So once more, thank you all so much for watching, thank you all so much for your time. hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, and be sure to enable all notifications to never miss a single upload on the channel. Tune back in for more, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody, and take care. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you exit the video, if you guys are unaware, follow me on my secondary channels, which are also used to discuss and talk about all kinds of different subjects and topics, including gaming and live streams, beginning with Unreal Network, which is a channel dedicated in discussing all kinds of movies, breakdowns, current events, scary stories, theories, and more. So if you are someone who is into the entertainment world, then that's the channel for you. So head on over and subscribe over on Unreal Network, which up next is Unreal Vlogs, where I bring you guys a little closer into my life in taking you behind the scenes with vlogging content, parody videos, reactions, motivational videos, uplifting videos, and more. So if you want to get to know me on more of a personal level, then that's the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button to always be in the loop with Unreal Vlogs. And lastly, my gaming channel, Unreal Royale, where on that channel we dive more into the world of gaming, ranging from all different kinds of video games, from Dragon Ball to Resident Evil to Grand Theft Auto, Halo, Gears of War, Minecraft, all kinds of horror games, shooters, RPGs, and more, including live streams. So if you're a gamer and are into the gaming world, then smash that subscribe button over at Unreal Royale and experience the ride with me. I want to thank you all so much for your time. Thank you all so very much for your support, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you in the next video.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck, Zarbon? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, all lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate!
Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan! This is my moment! I'm a part of his notification squad! Universe 7 can have all the fun! I just want the food!
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!